On the 27th of July, we are going to have a quite powerful full moon, which is going to be, of course, in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is a really powerful sign which has got an amazing power and amazing energy. Every single sign, of course, has got their own power. Every single sign have got their own energy. Every single sign have got something really special and really powerful about them, of course, which just shows their own power and their own individuality. When it comes to the actual Aquarius is wonderful, Aquarius is beautiful, Aquarius is full of power and full of energy. Aquarius is full of such a power that it has got a power what other signs don't have, and the power that one of the powers that they have that other signs don't have. It's the fact that they can move on with certain things, the fact they can pinpoint on their own problems, the fact that they know their problems, they feel their problems. It's not only about the fact that they know what to do straight away. They don't need the time to kind of concentrate on things, reflect on things in order to make a certain decisions. When it comes to the actual Aquariuses, you see, they just have this particular power which gives them this amazing chance to reflect on things straight away, which gives them amazing chance to actually reflect on things in such a quick and such a powerful way that it gives them the ability to edit and to deal with their problems and to deal with their karma, to deal with their spiritual journey in the most quickest way, in the best possible way, by actually doing things really, really quickly. Some of us or some other signs need a little bit more time, some other signs need a little bit more time to reflect, a little bit more time to think, a little bit more time to think about the past, present and future, a little bit more time to step back from the situation and just look at the whole picture from a whole different angle and try to see what to do. You know, people need time. Certain signs need time. And this is, of course, requiring the certain amount of energy. And this is, of course, reflecting on other things karmically, which affect other things in our lives, which is like a domino. It all depends what's going on in our life at the moment, and it all depends what kind of problems we actually need to reflect to and which actions do we need to make. So when it comes to the wonderful Aquarius has got one of the amazing powers of Aquarius is to be able not only to illuminate and to light on certain things where they have problems, but they actually just make the best possible decisions, the quickest possible decisions, the fastest possible decisions. And these decisions are always right. These decisions are always significant. These decisions are always life-changing. And how's that helps everyone? Well, when we have a wonderful full moon in Aquarius, and this particular energy is just going to be very enhanced and very powerful the first 3 days, on the actual 27th of July and 3 days later. So we get like about 6 days in total to play with. It is not only like 27th of July. The actual energy of the full moon, which is really powerful, is going to be on the 27th of July and 3 days earlier on the actual day and 3 days later. And this is why this is going to be such a significant time, because at the end of the day, one of the biggest powers that Aquarius also have is not only to pinpoint the problems, not only to pinpoint the issues, not only to get to know their issues like immediately, straight away. They've got this amazing subconscious ability to actually know straight away, then and there, what they're going to do. And this is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful quality to have. This is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful energy to have. This is wonderful energy to possess when it comes to certain problems. So what is this going to bring us on the 27th of July, 3 days earlier, on the actual day and 3 days later? What is this actually going to bring us? Well, it is going to bring us this amazing power to reflect on ourselves, to reflect on our problems, to reflect on things that we do in our lives in order to move on, by helping us to illuminate the problems, to illuminate those issues, and by also helping us to to move on with the snap of the finger. You see, this is the wonderful thing about Aquarius. I said this many times in my videos, that they have got this amazing ability to actually move on with their life, with certain stages and certain areas in their life with the snap of their fingers, literally. And this is so beautiful, and this is so wonderful, and this is exactly what the Aquarius is going to do. It is going to help us to find the problems, to illuminate the problems, to find us the solutions to the problems. There are going to be other surprises on the way as well, which is going to be quite wonderful. But the bottom line is, it's going to help us to actually just move on with those areas, to find the problems, find the issues, find negativities, find the things that are bringing us down, and also to find the solution, and not only to find the solution, but actually to do something about it, and to actually automatically it is going to create a whole new journey. Automatically it is going to create a whole new level, because our lives and our spiritual journeys are just going to start feeling much lighter, because this is the direct edit that we are actually going to have with our lives. And that's why this is so significant. This is going to be absolutely brilliant time also when the Aquarius full moon is on. It's time to feel, express, to try new things and start new things as well. If there is anything you want to start, anything you want to begin, please try to do it on the 27th of July, 3 days earlier, on that day, or 3 days later. This is really important. If you have something to sign, something really important, do it. If you've got like some kind of negotiations which you want to have, just do it, because Aquarius is just amazing. I'm telling you, there is a sacred energy that Aquarius actually have, and sometimes Aquarius really doesn't even have to think too much. They just do something, and it's just the power of their mind again, on the other hand, is so important that it just guides them really true things without even thinking too much. It's just it's drawn towards the subconscious side of our mind, which guides us towards the right things in life, which on another hand will help us to get closer to where we want to be in our life. And this is why it's just so wonderful. And on another hand, the amount of energy that this is going to bring in general, good energy, positive energy, the energy that is just going to make us feel like we want to do things. We're going to feel literally re-energized. So if you had lots of issues in your life, or if you were unwell, or if you just felt really tired, if your energies were really drained, well, this is going to be a brilliant time, because now this is when the things are going to start changing. And also what the actual full moon in Aquarius is also going to bring, it's just such a wonderful and complex time. It is just so much more about everything that I just said so far. Aquarius is amazingly powerful and very complex sign, and it's a very complex in such a way that what other signs go through, what other signs feel, what other signs, focus on, Aquarius is very complex with those things and those problems, those negativities in our lives that are actually creating negativity and creating conflict. This is where Australian, my goodness, Australian, I said. Oh my God. This is where Aquarius Woo! This is where Aquarius comes in, Australian Aquarius. Now, this is where Aquarius comes in, because that wonderful energy, just imagine like the somebody powerful warrior on the horse is coming, on the Pegasus, is coming towards you and just is about to rescue, and it's about to take you on the whole next journey, whole next level. This is how wonderful Aquarius is actually going to be. So I can't stress enough how important it is actually going to be to try to focus on new things, start new things. If you were like really uncertain about new things, if you needed a little bit more self-esteem, if you needed a little bit more energy, a little bit more power and things like that, just go for it, go for it, go for it. You need to start new things in life. You need to try new things in life. Changes are very important, and this is also what Aquarius full moon is going to bring. It's going to bring the fact that the changes are really important. We have to keep on doing different things in life in order to try new energies, in order to try new dimensions, in order to go, through our spiritual journey and try to take and make the most of this life. Indeed, as I said, this is the powerful time of revelation, so we need to be ready for information that will actually come out, and that information that will actually come out will be life changing. And this is why I say Aquarius, there's just so much more to Aquarius. Aquarius is so powerful, Aquarius is so significant, and especially when it comes to the other signs, and especially when other signs are showered with this powerful energy which is going to happen on the full moon. This is the time of change, this is the time of new beginnings. This is a very significant time indeed, because as I said, this will be life changes, because every single one of us is going to come through with a certain information. Every one of us will end up with a certain information. Believe me or not, this is going to be very, very powerful. This is going to be very, very significant. Every single one of us is like on a different spiritual journey. It all depends on our current spiritual journey, on our karma, and it depends on our past spiritual journey and how old our spirits are. It all depends. But what is going to be very significant, that what is going to be revealed on the 27th of July and at around these days, 3 days earlier on the actual day or 3 days later, is going to be very significant, very powerful, and very, very, very important when it comes to our particular spiritual journey, because this is more important than anything else, because this is just going to be like a trampoline, or it's going to be like our big spiritual bridge again, which is just going to take us on all the way to the other side, all the way to the next stage, all the way to the next journey in our life. This wonderful, wonderful, wonderful energy of Aquarius is very, very powerful indeed, and it is, as I said, going to bring a very significant information. That information that Aquarius full moon is going to bring, it's also going to be very powerful realization, which is just going to have an illuminating effect on our life, on our way of thinking, and automatically we are just going to become so kind of connected to the new stage, new journey in our life, new idea in our life, which is just going to be seed, a little seed to start with, and later on it's going to become the biggest and most powerful oak tree that there actually is. This is why this is so powerful indeed. And what else is Aquarius is going to do? It's actually going to help us in those areas we feel trapped, and will help us to actually unstuck ourselves and actually to move forward. And this is really, really important, because this is, as I said, it's going to have the direct impact with our life now, and with what is going to happen later. This is going to be so important, because on another hand, what else I was going to say, that this is going to happen on the 27th of July. As I said, I know I'm saying it again, but it's the 27th of July, 3 days earlier on the actual day and 3 days later. What you do and what you do and what is going to happen and how you're going to reflect on things. It's going to be very interesting, and it's going to be very significant, and it's also going to be rather life-changing. But 7 months later, exactly 7 months later, something very significant is going to happen. Something very powerful is going to happen. And that what is going to happen 7 months later from the 27th of July is just going to be directly, of course, connected to the 27th of July. And that what's going to happen exactly 7 months later, it is actually going to be the direct impact of this amazing energy, direct impact of this amazing power, and the direct result of that beautiful seed that I say that you're about to plant. The actual outcome of that you will be able to see, feel, and sense exactly 7 months later. And this is going to be really powerful time. This is going to be really significant time. This is going to be really, really powerful time when it comes to our next stage, when it comes to our next journey, because there is another very powerful realization going to happen after that moment, after that point, because the next stage of this particular journey is going to happen, as I said, in 7 months time after, when it comes to this particular seed, this particular thing. And then after the 7 months, there is the whole new stage, or shall I say the whole new dimension, or shall I say the whole new level going to be revealed. Absolutely wonderful indeed. Aquarius full moon in Aquarius, basically the ruling planets for Aquarius are Uranus and Saturn, okay? And also when it comes to the actual Aquarius, and when it comes to the actual full moon in Aquarius, this is going to be, on another hand, a very powerful transition, which is going to start with the completion of the certain stage and the certain spiritual journeys of our lives. Indeed, it is going to help us to bridge focus, and it's also going to help us actually actually to feel instinctively what to do, and our instincts are actually going to surprise us what our instincts are actually going to bring. On another hand, this is going to be very healing time as well. So if you have been suffering from a long ailments, and you didn't see any improvements, now this is going to be really powerful time indeed. And also, what else I was going to say, that when it comes to the actual energy levels, as I said, this is going to be absolutely amazing indeed. And we as a people, we as a human being, we as a spiritual beings, we are going to be very, very powerful when it comes to giving our energy to someone else, when it comes to helping someone else, when it comes to doing nice things for someone else, when it comes to us just using the power of our love, the power of our energy, the power of our heart, the power of our healing power and helping people. We will have so much healing power, it's unbelievable. Please use it. Please help other people. Please be nice to other people. Please, like, if you see someone needs help, just help them however you can. I'm not saying this, oh yeah, just do it because you get something karmically. No, this is a wonderful, spiritual, beautiful time when we are going to be completely, literally illuminated. Very powerful, very, very powerful healing energy indeed. So we will be able to heal with our touch over at around this stop it. You see it? My cats, you see? Gosh, sorry about that. So we will be able to actually heal. We will be able to do you know what it is? I've got a new cat, okay? I've got a new cat and she's at around 7 or 8 months old. So now I only got her a couple of days ago. I'm going to post a video about it. The way I got her was a little bit different. And basically I'm going to post a whole video about it. So I'm just trying to socialize her with my other cats. You see, she's 7 or 8 months old, so she's not a really, really tiny little kitten, and my other cats are extremely friendly, so I think she's a little bit scared. So, you know, with the cats, they're very territorial. It takes time. So sorry about that. But what else I was going to say, that with Aquarius, you see, this is just really powerful because we are going to possess this energy. We are going to have this energy that is actually going to be super powerful, more powerful than normally. So please just help other people as much as you can. Of course, we can heal people normally. We can help other people normally. We always have a power. We always have an energy. Every single one of us has got an amazing energy that we can heal other people, things, you know, just by, you know, plants, animals, just by touching them, you know, of course. But the difference now in Aquarius full moon is that this particular energy is just going to be even more powerful, just to let you know. And on another hand, what else I was going to say, this is going to be an amazing time for body, mind and spirit, just to make sure that, you know, you just basically pay attention to your diet, and make sure that you do certain edits where you need to do certain edits. And this is the time when we want to get rid of the bad habits or negative habits. You know, if you smoke and you didn't want to smoke, try to stop smoking. If you drink a lot and you want to stop drinking, or you want to cut down, try to do it around this time, because it is just going to have an amazing impact on you. The things are going to reflect on you in such a power that is just going to make us feel so much more powerful, and it's going to give us our own power to actually go for it. And this is what the wonderful, actually, the energy of Aquarius is going to bring. And also the time to reconnect with the nature, to time to connect with the nature, to time for grounding, to time to go out there and just try to rediscover yourself. There is just so much more to just saying like, oh yeah, just go to the nature and enjoy the nature. No. Nature brings all sorts of signs. Nature brings all sorts of information. It's all alive, it's all alive. It's all powerful. It's all significant. It's all connected. We are all connected. It depends up to what point we are connected. And the way things are when we have Aquarius full moon, it helps us to be connected to the situations, and it helps us to be connected to things around us, surroundings even more, which on another hand gives us all sorts of messages. And what else I was going to say about Aquarius, this is going to be a wonderful experience for us, because it is just going to give us strength. It is just going to give us power. It is just going to help us to deal with the problems we couldn't deal with in a really long time. And this is why I think that the Aquarius is just going to be so powerful and so significant. So much can be achieved on this full moon, and all what I can say is just basically literally just go for it. And also there is this certain sign, certain omen that you are going to have through the certain person. I know I said this in Aquarius readings, but I'm seeing this again. There is an omen, the powerful sign, the powerful realization that you're going to realize through the certain lady, older wise lady, very wise person, very wise person, very powerful, very significant, and she's powerful like in so many different ways when it comes to her money, finances and things like that. But this lady also has an amazing power when it comes to her own spirituality. You may not know her, you may know her, you may just watch something and you may realize something. You may walk on the street at around these 6 days and you may see this older lady that is just so wise and so significant. She may be holding a plant or flower, and that might mean something to you. It all depends what are you going to be thinking at the time when you see her. So you could see her outside, you could see her maybe somewhere on social network, or you could see her somewhere on YouTube, or you could just watch TV. It all depends. As long as it happens at around the 6 days, this particular amazing powerful lady is also having a really wonderful message for you. There is also going to be the problem that from the past that it's going to come back, and the problem from the past that it's going to come back was kind of like started manifested itself at around 8 months ago. That particular problem is going to come back. It's going to be very much so, very strongly illuminated, and now you're going to be able to deal with this particular problem, and there is just something going to be very significant, a very powerful outcome that you are going to have that is actually going to completely surprise you, because you went through something really negative, you went through something very difficult that was making you feel really low, and for the time was just making you feel like you can't move on from square number 1 to square number 2. Now this is about to change, and you will realize that all that you need to do after this moment, after this point, you just need to kind of look at the situation from a little bit different perspective, from a little bit different angle, and you will see exactly what I mean. Remember, your third psychic eye is also going to be rather enhanced, very powerfully enhanced, so you should just be trying things randomly that comes to you. This is exactly what's going to be happening. You're going to be trying certain things and you're going to surprise yourself, like, oh my god, you don't normally like to ride bicycle, and then you just wake up in the morning and you, oh my god, I'm just going to ride bicycle or something like that, and then you just surprise yourself. But then what do? Like, you shake up the energies, and basically you also start a new little different journey in your life by trying different things, by trying new things, because this is the way we rediscover ourselves. This is the way we discover ourselves. There is a reason why we don't do something, and there is reason why we do lots of things, and there are also reasons why we don't do things that we never do, and this is why we just have to kind of like go back and illuminate this particular area, this particular situation in our life. And once it happens, there's something completely different it's going to come out of it. And especially when it comes to the actual Aquarius, amazing Aquarius. And also, ooh la la, when it comes to the business, when it comes to the finances, when it comes to the career, I mean, my goodness, this is a great time. Seriously, this is a great time when it comes to career, when it comes to power, when it comes to finances, and when it comes to anything financial. This is brilliant. This is just going to the finances are going to have a really nice turnaround. If you were worrying about your finances, you are going to get a really good news. If you are waiting for like some kind of job, some kind of work, something additional even, expect something very particular, very specific to happen. The bottom line is that there is something very significant going to happen when it comes to some kind of apprenticeship, when it comes to some kind of money, when it comes to some kind of a money situation, and when it comes to some kind of money option, and something like that. There is the whole new option going to become available when it comes to money, finances, career, and things like that. And this is also going to be revealed within these 6 days, and it's going to be really interesting, because we are all going to end up with a couple of additional things in our life. We're all going to end up with a couple of new journeys in our life. We're all going to end up with a couple of brand new spiritual experiences in our lives that are actually going to to not just give us a brand new choices, brand new directions, but it's actually going to help us to reflect to everything we have done so far, and especially it's going to help us to reflect to those areas and those parts of our lives when we were the happiest, and maybe if we are not as happy as we used to be, it's going to help us to actually reflect on those things and to find the balance and see why we used to be so happy with the certain areas in our lives, and what can we do in order to move on to the next stage, next journey in our lives. But the Aquarius, the amazing things with Aquarius is just going to bring this wonderful sense of power, wonderful sense of direction, and it's just going to help us to kind of see things crystal clear, to focus in such a powerful and crystal way that is just going to help us to kind of have a really big and powerful realization. The realization that we are going to have this full moon in Aquarius, it's probably going to be one of the most powerful realizations we all had as different signs this year, because what's going to happen on the 27th of July or at around this time, after we have this powerful realization, expect the whole new journey to be revealed, and this is going to be big, and this is going to be powerful, and it's going to bring the whole new amazing sense of achievement and the whole new amazing sense of brand new direction to our lives, which is just going to help us to motivate us and re-energize us so much. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.